I chose Ultrahuman's Ring AIR in the color Bionic Gold, which I think is one of the most popular ones. It's certainly the one I see the most, maybe next to people wearing the space silver. So maybe you want to know what this looks like once you actually get it. So I'm going to show you some close-ups and some comparisons against other actual pieces of gold jewelry that I own, so you can get an idea of what the tones look like. And then we'll go upstairs and look at a couple purses that I have to see what the hardware looks like, because if you're like me, you want all these things to kind of work nicely together. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Helen. I make vlogs and I make product reviews. Please do consider dropping this a like and maybe even consider subscribing if you want to see more videos about this. I'm making a series of them right now. And a full disclosure, this Ultrahuman Ring AIR was sent to me for free. However, this is not a sponsored video and Ultrahuman has no say in what I say in any of these videos too. If you are interested in acquiring one of these rings, don't pay full price. I've got a link down below and a discount code, and I'll also put those in the comments. I was so close to picking the space silver. I really was, because I mostly wear platinum jewelry, but I'm glad I went with the Bionic Gold. I think it's really pretty, and for me, it feels more feminine than the silver did. The silver just felt too chunky and like I was borrowing somebody else's ring. It looks great on a lot of people. It just wasn't for me. I really wanted the gold. I don't know why. I could not imagine myself wearing anything but the gold. And that's how I made my decision. So I wanted to show you the difference between the actual ring and then the sample. And I'd say they got it pretty close. There's definitely a subtlety and a less shininess that is the actual ring. When you get your ring sizing kit, they send you this little, I guess, swatch, you would call it, of all the different colors. And so yes, I was nearly swayed by this one, but I didn't go for that. Maybe you want to see what it looks like with actual gold because you're mixing it with your own gold pieces. So to that end, I have on this 18 karat ring, and I'm gonna put this one next to it so you can see how they stack up to each other. So this is 18 karat on the outside, yellow gold, and then 18 karat white gold on the inside. And so I think that those play really nicely together. And then for those of you who wear 24 karat gold, which is such a rich, rich color, I wanted to show you this is how it looks too. This is an 18 karat gold bracelet. Actually, my grandmother got me from Hong Kong many, many decades ago. And I don't wear it that often because if you know 24 karat gold, it's kind of brittle. So I would have to get a better clasp made if I want to do that. But anyway, that's what these look like as well. And I will capture a little bit of B-roll, which I will insert now. And so you can see that you can see how these two different colors look when they're next to each other. If I had to say what color they were, I would say that this Bionic Gold is somewhere between this 18 karat gold of this ring and this 24 karat gold bracelet. So it's somewhere in between. In fact, I think that these two actually look nice together, and these, in my opinion, are not playing as nicely together, but you know what? I think it looks pretty cohesive altogether. Now let's say you have a different skin tone than I do. If you go on the Ultrahuman site, they're going to give you, when you look at the different samples of the different colors, if you go to where the Bionic Gold is, they're going to show you some real life photos of people with different skin tones. And they've done a decent job of getting some different deep skin tones and lighter skin tones in there, different size hands as well, to give you a little bit of idea of what that looks like when it's on. Okay, very quickly, let's go upstairs to my bedroom. I'm going to show you what this looks like with a few handbags, that the tones of which you may have in your collection as well. I know that this is very catered to women, so maybe you guys who are not wearing any handbags or clicking off right now, that's fine. Right, so what I'm wearing right now is like a Zara does Chanel cotton boucle blazer with gold hardware, and so you can see what that looks like there. Just brought out a couple of my handbags to show you what this looks like against it, because you know, this is a concern for many of us. We want everything to be maybe not matchy, but aesthetically we want to make sure that these things are cohesive with the different tones that we're wearing. So here it is with the Louis Vuitton Speedy. And so it is actually rather close to the gold hardware there. And then if you have one of these, you know that there's always different colors because these things oxidize a bit over time. So that's what it looks like with the zipper. Okay, hopefully I've given you a few different angles. If you're more of a silver hardware person, I think that this could go well as well. Like, I don't have an issue mixing metals. I think that some people don't like it. I think it looks really nice. I mean, certainly my ring is a mixed metal as well. There it is. Actually, I usually wear this on my left hand, so let's move it over. I'm finding as like a work from home mom who does a lot of cooking, I actually prefer it on my non-dominant hand. I think that looks nice, personally. Now, just for fun, I thought I would pick up a Merit bottle, and so you can have a look. The tone is much richer than that Merit bottle. This is quite pale by comparison. So I hope that that was a good overview of how the gold looks with different actual gold tones, in case this is something that you're concerned about. Because if you're a jewelry wearer, like I said, you don't want to have to take off your favorites in order to wear this. That doesn't make sense. You want them to work together. Thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. My next video is going to be a longer term review, and we're going to see if it does actually help me with my sleep. See you soon.